Welcome back to my channel, friends, and thank you for joining. My name is Yvonne and you are watching Yvonne Furnace Kitchen. In today's video, I will be showing you how to make fish in batter. Fish in batter is fish that is coated with flour and fried in oil. So if you are interested in this recipe and you want to know how I came up with this, join me in the kitchen and we get started. And friends, the main ingredients that we'll use for this recipe is fish. So I'll just go ahead and take some fish out of the freezer and defrost, ready for this recipe. Here's a general view of our ingredients. You need some fish, half of one large onion. You need some green bell pepper. This is optional. I just always like to add it in my spices because it always gives that nice flavor that you like when you blend it with the spices. You need 2 stems of green onion. You can as well just use one. You need about 1 or 2 Maggi cube, but I'm using 1 Maggi. You need 1 inch of ginger, and here you have about 5 cloves of garlic, and you need some green herbs. I have like 1 big stick. Spices will give a nice yummy taste to our batter. Here I have 1.5 cup of flour. You need some baking powder, half a teaspoon, and you need a pinch of salt, that like a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So you just go ahead and cut the fish. So I'll be cutting it make sure that you cut it as thinly as possible. So the head, if you don't need the head, you can just cut it off and throw. Now I'll cut it as thinly as possible because I will want the batter to really sink well in the fish. So I'm using mackerel fish. So you can as well just use any fish of your choice, but I just prefer mackerel. I just like mackerel. Go ahead and chop the spices to blend. And I'll just chop all the spices into little chunks, easy to blend. Using the small blender cup, so it's full, so we'll just have to blend it before we finish the rest. So we'll just go ahead and add in a little bit of water. And we'll blend. So I'll also try to peel and add in the Maggi. Just peel it and add it in the spices to blend. I add in the rest of the spices and I blend. So I'll see you in a minute. I'm done blending. Look at this goodness. So we're going to put some in the fish, about half, or it's a lot, so we can put like 1/4 of this, and then the rest we'll also put a little bit in the batter so that the fish can really taste good. You go ahead and pat the fish dry with a tissue paper or a clean kitchen cloth. This is just to allow the fish to marinate well when you add in the spices that you just blended. Before we continue, let's just go ahead and heat up some oil. So I'm using a skillet to fry. You can always use your deep fryer because frying the fish is deep frying, but I just want to use a skillet. And let's go ahead and marinate the fish. So we'll be adding in 3 spoons of the blended spices. You can always add more depending on your taste. So at times you might not have the fresh ingredients. You can as well use dry ingredients. Just go ahead and make sure that it marinates well. So you can do this and set the fish aside for some time before you start to fry it. Alternatively, you can even allow the fish in the fridge to rest overnight and then you fry it the next day. And I set it aside. For the flour, we'll add in a teaspoon of baking powder and a pinch of salt, and then you just give it a gentle mix so that everything mixes thoroughly. And you go ahead and separate the flour. Put a little bit of dry flour in another plate. Just take off a little bit, about a quarter cup. This will first dip the fish here before we dip it in the batter. And you go ahead and add in 2 spoons of the blended spices. Just mix. And then add in some water. I didn't show you water from the start, but you also need some water. So just make sure that the batter is not runny. Just give it a mix. I think we need more water. Real time to marinate our fish, to coat our fish with the flour and butter. So I'll just first coat it. You first coat it with dry flour, and then you get it in the butter. It's a little bit messy, but we'll be fine. And then you put it in the oil on the fire. If you are enjoying the video, please give it a thumbs up. I'll really appreciate that. So we're frying the fish using a skillet, and we'll be frying the fish at low heat. Low heat is preferable. Low to medium heat is preferable, because if you fry the fish at high heat, the fish is just going to get burned from outside, and the inside will not be cooked. And when you put the fish, just allow one side to fry well before you flip it. And make sure you are around to check it constantly. You will not want your fish to get burned. So I'll just turn the sides. So this fish is cooking on low heat. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at that. So this is perfect. And depending on the quantity, you just fry your fish in batches. You fry the first batch, the second batch, the third or fourth batch, if you have a lot of fish to fry. And you don't overcrowd the pan. You can see that the fish is cooking well without getting burnt, because the heat is medium and not high heat. So medium heat to me is safer. And you just keep turning the sides, just to assure that all the sides, that both sides fry evenly. So when the fish is ready, you just take it out of the oil and put it on a tissue paper to drain extra oil. And I repeat the same process, and it goes on and on and on until all my fish is fried. Meanwhile, on the other side, I'm frying some banana fritters. We call it akra cassava. I'm going to enjoy my fish with it. For the recipe, I'll link it below in the description box. I already made a video of that, so you just check it out and give it a try. You will really love it, you guys. This combination is my special combination, and it tastes really so good. The banana fritters is ready, so I'll just take it out from the oil and put it to cool down. So our fish in batter is ready. This is how it looks like. So you can eat this fish simple. You can eat it with fries. I'll be eating it with banana fritters. You can also eat it with plantain tape. Plantain tape is mashed plantain made from green plantain. It is very tasty and crunchy. I have also attached a link. I already did a video on that also. And this is how our fish looks like, guys. It is well cooked and ready to eat. Go ahead and enjoy your fishing batter, guys. So you can enjoy it and push it down with a glass of juice or water or wine or whiskey, anything you prefer. Believe me, this combination tastes really so good. So I'll enjoy it with some ketchup. So the red stuff in the little bowl is a ketchup, but you can as well just fry mixed green spices and you enjoy it if you want, or you just eat it. You can just eat it dry. It tastes good, just simple. Friends, if you have been watching up to this point, I really appreciate you all. I appreciate your support. You are all the best. Let me just go ahead and I also taste some. Yes. This tastes really so good. And friends, I thank you all for watching. I thank you for always supporting and sharing my videos. But if you have not yet subscribed, please do subscribe so that you can support us and be part of our family. And remember to turn on the notification bell so that anytime I upload a new video, you will be notified. And remember, I got your back. See you next time. Bye, you all.